Hey guys, Admiral Neelix here. I'm just going to touch on a couple of questions that were asked in my uh, comments here. And so I find that one of the questions is one that's most likely going to be asked by some of my crew, so I'm going to go ahead and make it in video form. Okay, so we're starting out in my ship. I'm going to tap into R&D department, and we're going to go to research, and we're going to set up outlaw. And I'm going to come down over here to, let's just say, this guy here, and let me tap that. Now the question is by Mr. Andy Cox. He asks, how do you get extra alpha particles to start other legs of the Stella research? Okay, to get these particles here, we're going to have to back up, and we're going to have to come all the way out here to Rogue Store. Let me tap on this guy, go to Factions, and we should be down here. Yes. Now, you have to scrap your ship, okay? Oh no, I just got it. What do why do I have to scrap it? You have to scrap it, okay? So when you do scrap it, we're going to come here. I should have gone here first. We're going to go to the scrapyard, and let me show you. I have one scrapping right now currently so that I can do more research. Reason being is this particular Stella here that I'm not scrapping, the level 45 that you see just to the second one there. I've already maxed it out. I've maxed it out tier and level. Now all I have to do is complete all those researches on it to make it stronger. But I didn't want to have to scrap it and start over every time I did, so I got a second Stella. I did that. I got them both through the event store. It was all free. Just got to use a little patience, complete whatever daily events that are required to get the tokens to get them, and I got them. Okay. So one is my scrapper and the other one is my main one, and I always keep it. So, but what do you get when you scrap? These guys right here, Stella particles. Now, the numbers aren't going to be the same for you at the beginning levels. You're not going to get as many as that. As a matter of fact, the Stella that I'm scrapping right now, I'm only getting about 48,000 of them, but that'll be enough to get me on a good road to get this Stella stronger. You're also going to get this token right here, which you'll cash in on your Rogue store to get your 100 blueprints for the ship. So that is going to be, let's say my Stella was already done scrapping, and then I had this guy right here, and it would say either build ship or collect or what have you. And then you come over. It should take you to your ships already, but you come here. Let's go to battleship. And you see that you can build your Stella. You go ahead and build it. You can speed it up with Latinum if you wish, up to you, or wait the couple of days that it takes, or however long it takes. And there you have your second Stella. As you're building up your Stella that way through research, you will open up some more stuff as you level up your rep points. All right. To level up your rep points, you're going to build up more stuff to get down this tree so that you can get uranium uncommon. Then you'll have to build up a little more, I believe, to get the rares. Then you have to build up a little more to get those epics. All right. Where do you start getting that? All right. You want to get these guys, Eclipse security codes, by fighting the Eclipse cargo ships or surveys that are in the purple area and or the line that leads out of it. I'll show you that in a moment. So when you get them, you can get some of these. These are going to be for some research as well. You get those by earning these credits, and you get those credits and reputation points by doing this third one. Let's take a peek inside. You're going to get some Eclipse directives for uncommon and rare. Then you're going to get some rogue credits, and then you're going to get some rogue reputation. The higher the reputation, the further down that ladder you go. The more credits you get, the more stuff you're going to be able to buy that's going to be needed for research and such. Even unlocking some crew as well. All right, there is another place that you can get something similar to that once you've built down to it. If you have your Botany Bay and you are getting your decoded data, make sure you mine enough to get the credits that you do for the Augment faction. But make sure you're mining enough so you can get these too, because here's some more directives. Save up for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, so that you can do 3, maybe 4 uncommon armadas in the Eclipse space, and then maybe a rare. Keep that cycle going till your ship gets stronger, till you build up more, till you can do with others, the stronger and harder armadas to work your way up to the epics. All right, keep that rolling so that you keep it going. If you can get a second Stella, then that would work out just fine for you. If not, just go ahead and keep the one and keep scrapping it, and then coming back and taking your time to build it up. As you go further down this tree, of course, other options will open. But as far as getting the particles to do that, that's how you get them. I was going to show you where to go to get these real quick. So let's pop out of here and let's zoom over here to a purple space. You can start getting them by fighting any of the survey ships that are going to be in this purple area, or follow this direct line, middle of the screen. The first place right out of the box when you get your Stella, you can come over to 27 and you can start hunting these ships. And you see here, like the Borg, if you press here, let's see, 35 for this particular one. Here's another 28, and we're getting 33, so a little less there. And you go to this one here, you get 31. So you're most likely going to want to start out by hitting that 28. You can hunt them one by one, or if you're like me, you know what, I'm going to get them all anyway, just start killing them all. The Eclipse Armadas are the same. You come over here, 247 for that one. And we have, let me see, 269, so I'd rather do that one first. And then, of course, we have this one here, which is 265. So, yeah, you pick and choose which ones are going to go. The amount of those prizes don't make the Armada itself stronger. Okay, level 27s are level 27s. Okay, so when you come over here to 30, you'll start seeing rares. When you come over to a higher version, you'll start seeing epics, and so on and so on and so on. As your ship grows, so do your abilities along with your crew. What crew to use for the Stella, all right, will be, let's go ahead and swap this over here. I had to keep it on that ship so that I can show you the scrapping part of it. Okay, here's the strong one. We're going to go there. Now, best crew for Stella so far has been Kirk, Spock, and you know what, let me put them here so I can find them real quick. Let's go to group. Leslie. All right, so I'm going to put Leslie there. There. Now, the bridge crew, okay? Kirk, Spock, Leslie. All right, Leslie is a battleship trainer. All right, so he helps along with that. And when you go do the Armadas in Eclipse Space, this is the best combination. Now, your normal Pike, Moreau, and Chin, and I don't have Moreau there right now. Right here, we'll go ahead and fix him, and then we'll go to Strength so I can get my Chin. This is going to be the best for the survey ships, okay, in those areas for Eclipse. All right, I hope that answered your question. So just keep on recycling the ship. Build it up as high as you can. Remember the important thing: tier it up all you want. Don't necessarily worry about upgrading the weapons unless you can upgrade enough to get to the next tier completely. All right, because the upgraded weapons are not what gives you the most of the Stella particles. It is the level. Get it up to the level. If you if you do it smart, okay, here's how you can do it. Tier it up one. See how many. See if you can upgrade everything that's in there as far as your weapons, your cargo hold, your engines and shield, all that stuff. See if you can tier up, upgrade all of them, and then go to the next tier. All right, and then if you don't have enough of each of those things to upgrade everything on there, stop at that tier. Don't upgrade anything anymore. Just level it up. Go fight those Eclipse ships. Build up your count of the decoded datas, or security code rather, and get that as high as you can, and get as many of those as you can collect. That way, when you come back, you'll have some of the uraniums you need to start tearing up again. Now, keep in mind, because you just completed research, it's going to come back a little stronger each time. Okay? In other words, it doesn't exactly work like that. I know I'm going to get comments for that, but basically that's what's happening. So that's that. And I hope that answered your question, Mr. Andy Cox. All right, now, so the second question that I'm going to touch on, and please, please, please forgive me if I mispronounce this name. I mean no disrespect to you or your nation. Mr. Ahmed Altaf or Mr. Althoff. Please forgive me for that if that's wrong. So he says, hey, I like your explanation every time. And, of course, my screen just jumped while I was reading the question. Now I got to find his name again. Oh, God, I'm trying to hurry here. All right. He says, hey, I like your explanation every time. Thanks. Can you do a video about the USS Enterprise or D4? What is the best ship for PvP player? Because I am on level 31 and done. My Saladin was max all faction. That's the way it's worded, so that's the way I'm reading it. Basically, what he's getting down to is which of the ships are going to be the best for PvP. And I'm going to have to use the explanation of first-person shooter to help along with this. So I'm going to go on to Battleship first. Now, personal preference is basically all that it really is going to boil down to. When you play an first-person shooter, usually in most games you're going to get a choice of 3 different character types. There's going to be the one big, powerful, punchy, can take a hit, heavy gunner that doesn't run all that fast, but damn it, he's powerful. That's the way you want to think of your auger. All right, it's punchy. It's a battleship. All battleships are punchy. They're heavily armored, so they're going to be slower, and they're going to have some pretty heavy weapons. Okay, so that's your auger. Now, I would think personally that would be the best for fighting a base, for raiding. Okay, reason being is because if you're in, let's go to the middle, let's go to the Explorer, and never mind those numbers. Never mind those beginning numbers on what power they start at. Because if you have a good crew and all that stuff, as we've talked about before, that's going to make all the difference. Of course, right out of the box, the Enterprise is going to beat that auger right out of the box. It's going to beat the D4 right out of the box. All right. However, just people with different levels and all that. If you're in an auger and you expect to even catch an Enterprise, you might, if you have a speed crew that helps enhance the speed of the impulse engines, you might catch them. All right, but chances are you're not going to catch him. That ship is going to pull away far enough to where he can hit his recall button and warp out of there before you can get to him. Where else is that going to come into play? With our Interceptor, the fastest of the 3. The Interceptor, D4 here in the middle, it's the fastest of the 3. It's not quite as powerful, but it can get away from there, you see. All right. The Enterprise being the middle for the Explorer, that's going to be a little bit of power and a little bit of speed. A little best of both worlds there. So, again, personal preference. And what crew do you have? What are you crewing? Because if you're going to crew your ship, like let's say you want the auger, if you're going to crew that with your speed crew, then you're losing abilities of other officers. You're losing power that way. So what's going to be right for you? If I want to get in there, hit a ship, and get out of there, auger is a thing. If I want to get in there, hit a ship, and stick around, maybe hit another one or 2 or 3 or 4, and I'm talking PvP here, Enterprise would be the way. If you want to go in there and just beat the hell out of somebody that might be parked, auger is the way. It's very hard to answer that question without knowing exact crews and all that stuff. So just keep that in mind when picking what ship you want. Now, there was a third question where the gentleman had actually pretty much answered himself, but I'm going to touch on it real quick before my time comes up. Mr. Jules Gadet. Okay, so he asked a question that he said a real quick question here, and sir, it was not a quick question. The way it's worded, it's kind of hard on the tongue to read, but I'm gonna read it for you and see if you get it. It says level 40 through 41 hostiles used to be accepted as level 44 through 45 required by my commended status with Federation right up to this morning. A few days ago, some 40 through 41 stated to be refused. Okay. Those which give out resources, but those which give out 4-star ship parts still did, but no longer. So my question is, do you know of any systems where they might still be accepted? Because at my level 35 with a 2.4 million Enterprise, level 49 from Romulus are out of range and I do not have access to deep space yet. The only option I can see is to go back and try to lock a second faction to get my Federation reputation down. Thanks for any help. Now, after I had answered, I had asked him, hey, okay, well, what are you with the feds? You're not locked yet, or whatever I said to him. He went ahead and kind of got the answer from there. But let me go ahead and just say that, yes, the higher your reputation are, the harder it becomes. I am respected in Federation right now. I'm about to be celebrated. I have to hunt 25 level 39s and 38s, or 25 level 39s and 10 38s for my faction kills. If I go up to celebrated right now as I am, my enterprise is not strong enough yet to kill the 40s and 41s at a comfortable rate. Okay, I just won't be able to do it, so I'm going to slow my roll here. I am just over 2 million, almost, well, 2.5 million points away from being celebrated. So what I'm doing to slow it down is in my events here, I am collecting all 3 instead of the 1 that I was doing that really sped that up. I'm starting to do all 3 now, so they basically negate each other. And then, of course, on my spare time, I'll go to Federation space and hunt for scouts. I'll hunt for scouts, that way I can build up for some credit counts. And then, of course, I'm just trying to slow that down altogether until my enterprise is ready, which won't be long. But if I were to go there like the end of next week, I'm not ready. I really am not ready. So yes, you answered yourself correctly, Mr. Gaudette. Slow your roll. Keep it down. You don't have to lock another faction right now if you don't want to. Yeah, just slow it down. Go to the Federation space, kill some ships. Maybe find a mission that'll get in Romulus or Klingon that might take away some points from your Federation if you have to. Don't jump into it right away. And of course, make sure your station is ready and all that stuff, all the research that you can. All right, so that's the end of this video. I hope I answered as best as I could for the questions that I could answer. And thank you for asking those questions. Thank you for the subscriptions. And guys, if you like this video, please subscribe and please hit like. If you find that it could help anybody in your crew or some friends that might be newish to the game, go ahead and share that link with them, and you know, that way we can all be one happy community. If I'm wrong on some things, I don't mind being corrected. Please don't be a dick about it. For those of you who do choose to kind of be harsh to me within the comments while correcting me, I just want to let you know right now that all the insults and stuff are water off my back. I am from a generation that is all sticks and stones. I am not from today's generation that seems to be a little more offended by such things. So you're wasting your time. All right, guys, you know what? Until next time, good luck, have fun, and as always, take care.